How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the Crypto Unveiled YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the one and only Flux. Let's first take a look at the price and look at the charts, and then we get a little bit more into why I'm so incredibly bullish about Flux and why I believe Flux has such an incredibly strong future ahead of it. You can see the current price of Flux is currently sitting at just over 63 cents per Flux, and if we look over the last day, it's fluctuating in up around 1%, which is, very nice to see, but of course very normal to see in the cryptocurrency space. Over the last 7 days, it's actually up over almost 10%, which is incredibly cool to see, especially how the market recently has been doing quite bad. I mean, we've seen a lot of altcoins recently being dropping very heavily in price, so it's actually quite nice to see Flux actually heading up a little bit more positive, a little bit more of a positive note, which of course is very, very nice to see as well. Over the last month, again, sticking around the 9 to 10% up. Again, very nice to see. You can see Flux has had quite a rocky month over the last month. You can see it's been up and down, but again, the whole of the cryptocurrency market has been up and down and fluctuating very heavily as well. So, to be able to see Flux actually in the positive, in the green, again, is very nice to see as well. Switch to the yearly chart, up around 95%, which again, very nice to see. However, you can see that Flux did hit some, quite big highs over the last year. Over $1.63 just this year alone, and if we switch it to the all-time chart, you can see back in 2022 the absolutely sky high price that Flux did actually hit, almost at $2.90 per coin, which is one of the main reasons why I believe also Flux has so much potential ahead of it. Because if you look at the all-time high Flux has had, $2.90 compared to 63 cents is currently on, you can see how much room Flux does still have to even just to touch the same all-time high in the next bull run. But I really do believe the next bull run is going to actually overtake this all-time high. But of course we can only wait and see, but I'm extremely excited for the next bull run for Flux. You can see the market cap of Flux is incredibly low, incredibly undervalued, I believe. As we talk about more in a second, why why I believe this is so undervalued when we actually look at the main goals of Flux. But you can see it's $225 million, which again I believe Flux should easily be over $1 billion market cap. 24-hour volume sitting at $9.5 million, with the volume to market cap ratio sitting at just over 4%, which again is very nice to see. I normally like to see it around the 5 to 7%, so around 4% is not bad to see at all. Circulating supply of Flux just sitting at just over 353 million Flux in circulation, with the total supply sitting at 440 million. So again, a very nice amount of Flux already in circulating supply. So if you were to invest into Flux today, you're not going to experience too much dilution when all of the rest of the coins come into the market and actually do hit that total or that max supply, which again, a very good thing about Flux as well. A big, strong green flag about Flux. So now actually let's get into what actually is Flux all about. So to put it in the most simple way, Flux is all about cloud computing. So their main goal is cloud computing. And if we scroll down a little bit here, it goes into a little bit more detail, it gives you a little bit more stats about how extensive Flux's network is already. You can see it already has nodes in over 78 countries already, majority being in Finland, Germany, and United States, with the total nodes over 13,000, total RAM 264 terabytes, total cores over 107,000, and total SSD over 7 terabytes as well, which again, really, really good to see. I like that they break down the different stats here, really showcasing how extensive the network is already. With the market cap being so low, I really do believe that we're still super early into Flux. Even though people will be saying Flux has been out for a good few years now, 5-6 years now, I believe that Flux has still has an incredibly it's an actual insane amount of potential actually in the future still. If we've got a little bit more here, you can see why why so many people are actually bullish about Flux, and why so many people are thinking that Flux has such a strong future is because they are not only doing well in the fact that they've got all the technology for the cloud computing, but they are single-handedly beating all other companies which have the same offering the same package as Flux. And of course, you guys know that cost is for businesses is basically one of the biggest thing that businesses look at, because of course one of the main reasons why business, or the biggest reason why businesses actually exist, is to actually turn a profit. And of course, if Flux can actually offer the same services as other companies can, but at a fraction of a cost, then it's a no-brainer for these companies to start using Flux. So I really do believe that it's only a matter of time before, you know, these other companies start to realize, oh wow, Flux is offering the same service as these other companies, but a fraction of the cost. Why don't we just use them? And it's just going to keep snowballing until many companies are using Flux, and then the Flux name gets out there. And the price of Flux just goes absolutely insane. I really do believe that it's just a matter of time. But if we look at the price right here, you can see Flux offering the same service at $5.72 as Google Cloud, $176, guys. Look at the difference of that price. It's just absolutely crazy. AWS, almost $80, and Azure, over $116, guys, for the exact same service. I cannot stress that enough. There's nothing different in these services at all. They're offering the exact same service, but literally a fraction of the cost. And if we switch to, you know, the upgraded packages, it just continues. And you can see that, you know, you're still saving so much money. You can see Google Cloud is absolutely ridiculous, over $300 compared to $10. And if we switch it to the top package, $19 compared to $600. It's just absolutely crazy. And another reason why actually I'm bullish on Flux is not only do they have this main goal of cloud computing, and why you know, so many people, so many businesses are going to switch onto Flux's network because of course, you know, they're offering, like we just explained, the same technology for a fraction of the cost. But Flux is also doing so many different things as well as their main goal. They really do. I mean, they just keep on bringing out new features of Flux, and to be honest, it's actually kind of crazy. You can see they've got Flux AI, which they've literally just brought out, so of course this is going to be focused around AI. They've got Flux Edge, they've got Flux Cloud, which again this is their main sort of goal, and their main sort of reason why Flux exists is Flux Cloud. They've got decentralized apps, they've got Flux nodes as well, they've got Flux assets, OS parallel assets, and they've also got mining as well. So if you are a miner, you can also mine Flux as well. So let's now actually go into the end part of the video, which is what is my personal price prediction for Flux. And like I said at the start of the video, I sort of did give you a hint already of what my sort of personal price prediction for Flux would be. But I really do believe that Flux is easily minimum $1 billion market cap coin, you know, at least a 4 to 5x from what it is right now. And I really do believe that that is extremely conservative. I mean, if we look at the all-time high here, you can see that the all-time high was around $2.90 with $88 million in volume over the last 24 hours when it did actually hit that. And like I said at the start, I really do believe that this all-time high was very short-lived. As you can see here, it was a very big spike and then dropped straight back down. I believe they were quite unfortunate as to when this actually happened, because this was sort of their all-time high sort of happened towards the end of the last bull run. You know, it was sort of bull run was 2021, sort of going into 2022. So I believe they were quite unfortunate there. And yeah, I really do believe that in the next bull run, as we start to see more people get into cryptocurrency space again, and we're going to see, you know, Bitcoin hit new all-time highs. I really do believe we're going to see all these other altcoins such as Flux also hit all-time highs, new all-time highs as well. So yeah, for Flux, you know, very conservatively, I see this being $1 billion market cap coin easily with the technology that they have. And like I said, it's a no-brainer for so many businesses to use Flux. I mean, why would they not? If they're offering the same service for a fraction of the cost, like I said, I believe this is just going to be a snowball effect from when businesses start to use Flux. They're going to get their name out there. More businesses are going to use them, and it's just going to keep going and going and going. Basically, just marketing and self-advertising Flux for people out there. So apart from that, guys, I'd like to thank you very much for watching the video. Make sure you do hit that like button if you did enjoy it, and also hit that subscribe button if you are new around here as well. And also comment what you think about Flux in the comment section down below. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you guys in the very next video. Peace.